Hello friends, this is the first episode of Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Season 2 ended with Yuta Okatsu being ordered to kill Itadori, but the end of the last episode didn't show some moments from the manga, so I'll start at chapter 138. Let's go. The house of the head of the Zenin clan. Someone asked, is she dead? It was about Mai Tian. It was Zenin Naoya, a shaman of special first rank. The clan servant says that they are worried about the clan head right now. And besides, Maki is the one who is dying right now. Naoya's happy about that. She may be a pretty girl, but she's a willful girl who doesn't know how to support a man. Any woman who can't follow a man 3 steps behind him should be stabbed in the back. The servant was silent. Mai is great in that regard. She has a face like Maki's, and her breasts are nice, even though she can be hard, but she remembers that she's a woman. That's what Naoya thinks. The others are waiting for him. Zenin Ogi, a shaman of special first rank. Zenin Jinichi, a shaman of special first rank. Naoya's father is on the verge of death. But Naoya doesn't care. It doesn't matter if he comes or not. After all, he is the next hit of the Zenin clan. His older brothers are losers, and even his uncle Ogi has not achieved much as Feda's younger brother, and his daughter is out of the question. As for Jinichi's face, he's a pity he didn't switch with Toji. Jinichi doesn't like what he says and takes a swing at him. Ogi also doesn't stand on the sidelines and puts a blade to his nephew's neck. Naoya wants to get along since his father already has 1 foot in the grave. Someone's here. A man in a suite announces that the head of the Zenin clan, Naobito, has just left this world. His name is Furudate, the executor of Mr. Zenin. According to his last will, he is to read the will when Zenin Ogi, Zenin Jinichi, and Zenin Naoya get together. If there are no objections, he will begin. Zenin Naoya becomes the 27th head of the Zenin clan. He inherits all of the property, including the cursed items stored at the Tokyo Technical College of Magic, as well as the cursed vaults of the Zenin clan. Subject to the approval of either Ogi or Jinichi, Naoya could take over all responsibilities. He didn't particularly like it. However, there was a nuance. If Gojo Satoru dies or becomes incapacitated for any reason, Fushiguro Megumi will be invited to join the Zenin clan by agreement with Fushiguro Toji. He will then become the head of the Zenin clan, and all property shall pass to him. And that last remark just pisses Naoya off. Naoya rumbles to himself. Jinichi and Ogi are weak. They'd rather have any lousy guy they barely know instead of Naoya, so they won't lift a finger. He wants to know where Megumi is. The attendant doesn't know the details, but it seems he's looking for Itadori Yuji. Naoya learns that Yuji is Sukuna's vessel. He asks her to tell the upper clan that Zenin will destroy Sukuna's vessel, and he wonders if Megumi is where the Sukuna vessel is. If so, he'll kill them both. Tokyo has become a demon kingdom, no matter when or how people die. He'll deal with it after he kills those two. He's the eyes of the Zenin clan after all. And at this point, Yuki speaks to someone. This was in the last episode, so I'll briefly remind you what she said. She should have acted sooner. The situation was already out of control. The moment she thought about taking matters into her own hands temporarily, she notifies the person she's telling that it's not a fact that she's on his side. She's just a humble beauty who longs to eradicate the curse. As an apology, she and his comrades will take it upon themselves to deliver those children who were there. It's time to meet the Tengan, and asks him what he will do now. At this moment, Yuji is sitting on the steps of some building. Choso wonders how Yuji's wounds are doing. He's fine, despite being struck by black lightning. Choso realizes that it's all because of Sukuna. His power is growing. Choso asks not to worry about him. Yuji can go back to college. He has to gather what's left of Choso and the others anyway. He's not worried about him. The problem isn't whether he wants to go back to college or not. Sukuna is plotting something related to Fushiguro. Besides, he killed too many people. He can't stay with everyone together anymore. He asks Choso if that's okay with him, since he killed his younger brothers too. But to him, it's all okay. It was a misunderstanding. If Eso and Kachizu were in his shoes, they'd say the same thing. It's not a question of whether I forgive you or not. That's what it means to be brothers. Yuji stood up. He intends to destroy as many curses as they can do so. And judging by the frame, we can understand that a branch of events will soon unite these 4 guys. And we move to the moment when Yuji claps his hands on the bridge to bait the curses on himself. After clapping twice, he hears a rumble and a flock of curses come out of the water. He promptly runs away from them. They try to attack him in every possible way, but he skillfully dodges and runs into the tunnel. His running skills have gotten much better, and ahead stood Chozo, waiting for them, for he was preparing his spear of blood attack for them, which pierced through a huge number of creatures all at once. A huge, bat-like creature crawled out of there, but Yuji instantly nailed it with a single blow. They work well together. Chozo is surprised. Yuji impressed him with his power during their fight, and since then his fighting style has become even more graceful. Excellent control of the cursed energy combined with incredible physical strength, like a god of Gunmyua incarnate. This is despite the fact that he still hasn't fully recovered. He compliments him by calling him little brother. It's strange to Yuji that he still calls him that. Chozo will call him that forever. He asks him to try to remember if his father had stitches in his forehead. Then suddenly Naoya appears, who didn't see Megumi here, and realizes that he came here first. The guys immediately notice him. Naoya asks what they're doing here. They're drawing too much attention to themselves. If they're going to run away from here, Yuji doesn't understand why they would run away. It turns out that without Satoru's support, his punishment of death is back on. This infuriates Chozo. He remembers that Satoru was able to save the skin of many shamans. Naoya only has a case against Megumi, so he doesn't care if Yuji survives or not. But he can't have him hanging around quietly, so he'll break his legs for starters. Yuji wonders why he wants Fushiguro. Naoya openly says he'll kill him, but first he'll ask him to sign something. And in an instant, Naoya is at their side. He knows Megumi is looking for Yuji, so he punches Yuji, and then Chozo gets the drop on him. And at the moment of their counterattack, they both miss, because he's no longer around. He was already a few meters away from them. They both realize that he's too fast. Naoya praises him, that he is stronger than he thought. He didn't expect much from Yuji. However, he doesn't realize who it is next to Yuji, so he decides to become even faster. However, they all felt the energy of the other shaman. Yuji thought it was Gojo, but it was something scarier. It was Yuta Okotsu. He expected Yuji to be alone. This is the end of the issue. What do you think? Unfortunately, I can't put the full Freshims. The copyright holders may come with claims, but I can publish the full version. On Patreon, for example. Write me if you would be interested. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. I haven't read it myself. Roughly speaking, I read the manga when I'm writing the script for the movie. I don't think Yuta will kill Yuji. Something will happen to prevent his execution. Thank you all for listening. Subscribe and like. That was Vision Manga. See you soon.